I am here really to take the role of Rose Arce, who should be up here tonight, but is too busy working as a journalist to give the broadcast award to Robert Bahar and Almudena Carracedo for a great documentary called Made in LA, which follows the remarkable story of 3 Latina immigrants working in Los Angeles garment sweatshops as they embark on a 3-year odyssey to win labor protection from a clothing retailer, Forever 21. Made in LA reveals the impact of this struggle on each woman's life as they're gradually transformed by this experience. But that's only part of the reason that we are honoring this movie. It's not just about a labor struggle, it is really about the Latina and Latino struggle in America. And as Rose pointed out to me yesterday, it has been a particularly difficult time to be a Latina or Latino in America, thanks to people like Lou Dobbs and Bill O'Reilly, and we are here to fight the other fight.
Hello, thank you everyone. It's wonderful to be here. We are super grateful for this honor. Thank you to the Sidney Hillman Foundation and to the judges whose work we admire so much for this beautiful award. We'll tell you a little bit about the film. It really started as a little grassroots project, as a short video that we started creating in order to be used as an organizing tool to educate and organize garment workers in Los Angeles. As the film grew and as their campaign continued, the boycott campaign that they started, we decided to turn the film into a larger story that could reach a wider audience, that could have a deeper impact, and that could really humanize the lives and the struggle of 3 immigrant women, Latina immigrant women working in the sweatshops.
The filmmaking process for Made in LA itself was really a grassroots endeavor. And we initially raised the funds to shoot this film by holding house parties in the community in Los Angeles, where people contributed $5, $10, and $20 at a time in order to make this film possible. 4 years into the process, with the film pretty much shot, we were very, very fortunate that public television became involved. And ITVS, the independent television service, American Documentary POV, Latino Public Broadcasting, and the Sundance Documentary Fund empowered us to complete this film. And we want to especially acknowledge our executive producer, Simon Kilmurray from POV, who is here tonight, without whom the presentation of this film and the whole process would not have been possible. 5 years in the making, Made in LA premiered on POV the day after Labor Day in 2007, but that was really just the beginning for us. During the 2 years since then, we've been traveling around the country, doing community and educational screenings and events, and using the film as a tool to support humane immigration reform, organizing, issues around women's empowerment, and the struggle for basic labor rights. Just during the month of May, we've been involved in a May Day campaign. More than 100 grassroots screenings of the film have taken place around the country.
So for us, these last 2 years have been a very beautiful journey of seeing and working for the film to have an impact, from screening at the Hill, in Capitol Hill, around immigration reform, to 13-year-old girls in Palo Alto demanding that their school buys sweat-free uniforms and thus becoming young organizers, to immigrant workers in New Haven launching their own campaign because they were inspired by the story of strength, courage, and perseverance in the film. There are so many beautiful examples on the film that, of the impact of the film that have often brought us to tears, and that has taught us about the kind of impact and social change that media with a message can do and that film can do to really create social transformation. But we want to leave you today talking about a scene in the film where Lupe, one of the women in the film, goes to Ellis Island, and you saw her admiring the Statue of Liberty in the trailer. You know, that scene was very important to the film because from the point of view of the workers for Lupe, it was a very important moment where she realized that she was part of a larger continuum of struggle in this country, and she understood her connections to immigrant workers today and to immigrant workers who were fighting for their rights still, 100 years ago. For us, it was a moment where we understood that the film could be bigger, because we also understood that the women were experiencing a transformation as they understood their own dignity and their own rights. And that to us is at the very core of social change, that deep change that happens within you when you understand your rights.
And that scene and that moment really encapsulate the very reasons why we made the film and why we do what we do. Just as there have always been bad working conditions and injustices, there have always been people fighting for their own rights, for dignity and justice, and defending the rights of others. We're thrilled to be in this room tonight with so many people who are dedicated to fighting for social justice. We want to congratulate all of the other award winners, and it's a great honor to receive this award from the Hillman Foundation. Thank you.